This week on Two Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain. Last week we were in the Midwest, and now we're in New York. How many times has this van's odometer flipped since the series started? Unlikable protagonist Max and the American ninja McAllister are joined by Kat, the daughter of the farmer they saved last episode. Frank Langella's Dracula? This stock footage is 5 years old! Kat's excited about being in New York. That is until somebody hands her a welcome pamphlet. Oh boy! The stereotypical trash-talking cabbie.
Same to you, buddy.
McAllister has a magazine with a picture of his daughter.
You sure that's your daughter, Terry?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's her. She sticks her butt out just like her mother. Over at a modeling shoot, Simon Garrett is doing fashion things. He goes into an office and says he wants Terry for an event this afternoon. Garrett talks to his nerdy henchman about some criminal activity he has planned. He's aiming to steal the crown jewels of England.
We'll be keeping them.
So he wants to steal them so he can have them? I don't think that's something you can even sell on the black market, but what do I know? I'm not some super rich fashion designer / jewelry thief. Garrett's people call Terry's people, and they tell him that she's out of town.
It's Rossetti from Simon Garrett's office. They want Terry. Tell him even if she wasn't out of town, she's just not interested.
Here, I already told them, but now you tell them in a woman's voice. Uh-oh, looks like the secretary's doing some insider dealings.
She'll be there. I guarantee it.
The trio arrive at the modeling agency, and immediately, Max puts on his best idiot face. One of the agents sees McAllister and immediately wants him as...
The pit stop man.
Pardon me?
Pit stop. Men's deodorant?
I'm sure this won't be a recurring joke the entire episode. They ask about Terry and they find out they don't know much because she's the new girl.
She just signed with the agency.
You've got an address?
Yes, let me give you the address of our model. Will you get out of here? Meanwhile, Gina thinks she can put on a wig and be Terry for the day. She's going through a lot of trouble to have sex with the guy.
I've got to nail Simon Garrett.
Oh, she wants to catch him doing something illegal. That wig isn't a wig. I'm thinking that her other hair was the wig. Over at the fashion show, now Terry goes to see Garrett and he's confused. You kinda look like the model I wanted. Max goes into creeper mode and insists on checking all the models backstage.
It's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it, right?
Wouldn't it make more sense for Kat to go? Kat is upset.
One day I'm going to take that boy in hand.
That's what he's hoping for.
What? Max walks in on the models getting ready. Absolutely no security. Kathleen Kinmont? Please tell me Lorenzo Lamas shows up and kicks Max in the teeth. Actually, I've seen CIA codename Alexa. She could do it herself. Not Terry's in the house looking for evidence. McAllister is using some of his ninja swagger when... Oh, that joke again. Garrett introduces himself. Seems he recognizes McAllister from somewhere. Not Terry gets caught by a henchman, and McAllister is angry. So angry, in fact, he calls for him and Max's stunt doubles to go beat up the bad guys. Not Terry gets scared and runs away. Garrett uses the ninja weapon to take out Max. Well, it's not him getting thrown out a window, but I guess it'll have to do. Since he doesn't want to call the police, he tells them to leave.
I suggest you leave.
Gina wants to use McAllister to figure out what Garrett's planning. That night they go out to dinner. Not Terry talks to McAllister. How does she know he's been looking for her all this time?
What brought you back after 30 years?
McAllister is completely duped and tells Not Terry everything.
I can sense what hasn't been spoken. I can feel what isn't there.
But you can't figure out that this isn't your daughter?
Max over there in the bar has made a great difference in my life.
I refuse to believe that Max is anything other than a constant annoyance. McAllister's just using him for the transportation. Not Terry lies and tells him Garrett has some photos he's using as blackmail and she wanted to get them back. Gina is starting to feel guilty. Max tells McAllister now that he's found his daughter, he's leaving. I guess he's ditching Kat too? Garrett loses his expert hacker and so he remembers that McAllister's a ninja? Since his hacker can't disable the alarm system to get the jewels, he decides he needs to blackmail a ninja to do it for him. He tells Not Terry that he's going to help her. Just then, the bad guys kidnap her. Garrett has a proposition for McAllister. He has to steal the jewels or the girl dies. The two break into the museum. Prop department's getting lazy.
Air movement detector.
You mean smoke detector. McAllister uses the ancient art of mirror technology to turn the lasers against themselves. Max and McAllister then do some flipping to get past the laser wave. He uses a throwing star in the security beam, which conveniently takes out all the lasers. They steal the jewels, distract the guards, and escape. McAllister calls him with the drop-off spot. Over at a pier, they meet for the swap. They make the exchange, and double cross. McAllister was ready for this and swings into ninja action. I'm just now noticing how shiny that outfit is. Was it made out of 100% rayon? McAllister chases Garrett. He takes out the henchman and has a brief fight with Garrett that ends with a kick to the face. Gina apologizes. Oh no, the deodorant gag again. Oh wait, they redeem it by making it a Western joke.
I'd never get dressed up that way.
The Master Episode 8, The Good, the Bad, and the Priceless, aired on March 23rd, 1984. Tara Buckman returned as Kat in this episode, and then disappears for the rest of the series. Kathleen Kinmont had a brief role as Model Number 2. This was the only episode directed by Michael Caffey. Caffey was a TV director who started all the way back in the 60s with shows like Combat and The Wild Wild West. He continued on into the 90s doing shows like Mantis and MacGyver. This was not a particularly action-packed episode, and really it was mostly following fake Terry around, getting her to try to uncover the evil doings of Simon Garrett. That's another episode of The Master. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and really not too many people watch them, which is kind of a bummer. I have fun with them, and it gives me time to work on other longer episodes, while still being able to get an episode out every week. There's only 5 episodes left, and I do plan on doing all of them despite the low views. I'm kind of stubborn when it comes to that. Plus, I know there are folks out there who genuinely enjoy seeing the weekly adventures of Max Keller, professional punching bag.